So um, today, I um, I showed the some bits of footage of the moon that I'd taken to my mother. I was round at hers, just getting some. Uh, well, she enables. That's all I can say about that. She enables me to live my life, and that's great. And I could get by, but she makes it much more comfortable. I don't mean that she does my washing. Come on, people. But she lets me upload stuff, and that's good. And I can kind of use the internet a little bit, Although when I'm uploading, while I'm uploading, and it takes forever, I can't browse, can't do anything. So it's a little bit shit that. I could on my, but yeah, I won't say anymore. So I was just showing her this piece of moon footage, and it was about half. I would say a little bit over half. The line's always straight when it's half moon, even though they say it was created by a curve. Anyway, it's just nonsense, of course. But then I'm getting some really clear shots of the moon's craters. The surface of the moon. They say it's 237 stroke 8,000 miles away, and that's obviously nonsense. But there's no way I could get this fantastic focus at that distance. I think that's quite silly. So the craters. I was explaining to my mum about the craters all being the impact of something. Well, this is how they explain it. It's an impact crater. That's what we're supposedly looking at. But that's not right, of course. But well, I don't think it is anyway. I think it's something more, some kind of electric. Anyway, so each crater. I know you'll have gone down this route, but it was good to explain to my mum, and she got it. That what you're looking at is a crater, and each crater was made by something that hit the moon at 90 degrees, well, perpendicular. And when you were on the globe, when you used to think that you lived on a globe, it was obvious that you had to be on the top. You always thought you were on top. That's where you pictured yourself. Even though on a globe, as in a spinning globe map type toy, and that's all it is. It's just nonsense toy now, of course. Doesn't represent anything but fantasy nonsense. But you would sort of know that you were, or you'd think that you were, that you were on the side, clinging onto the side of this spinning ball. But you'd recognise the up and the down. So in my case, it's up to Scotland and down to London. But of course, we know it's a flat plain, and you could say that Scotland's mountains are the highest, without a doubt, in the British Isles. But there is that tendency still, I suppose, to think of going up to Scotland and down to London. But to look at it realistically, of course, that's not happening. of course not. But to get back to the point about the craters on the moon, each one was made by something. This is what they say, but it must by a big rock. That's what they're saying, an asteroid. But each one would have had to have come in perpendicular to make that sort of perfectly round circle. And I know Flat Earth asshole has done this with an air rifle and a cow pat or whatever he did. And it was great. It demonstrated it. But I don't think you even need to do that, because, for God's sake, what when you see the moon, every one of those is a circle. Every crater is a circle, and you only have to be out of 2 or 3 degrees, and you create a teardrop or even lots of skiddy when it jumps, like skimming the stone, that sort of thing, bouncing bomb type thing. So you're going to get all sorts of different shit marks scuffing all from all directions, because it's an asteroid and it's a spinning ball. So when I showed Mum that, and I said 237/8,000 miles away, I said, how do you get something that comes from the Earth or between the Earth and the Moon to make those? And then I said, do you realise everyone had to hit perpendicular, which is quite it's not quite weird, it's just statistically impossible, really. Not well, it is possible, but it's so outrageously, fantastically not likely that it's not even worth mentioning. So you may as well say it's impossible, So and she loved that. She just thought, yeah, of course, it's just another, for her, because I've been letting her have these bits of information, having declared the world flat, of course, and knowing it's flat, and telling her, and I'm so pleased that she didn't like, yeah, that's nice, dear, or run round and just head for the door and maybe even lock it from the outside and phone the men with the big nets. So I was really pleased that she even thought about it, considered it, and she's absolutely on board about it. So she tells me, and I have no reason to doubt what she says about that. I don't think she's just humouring me, because I keep saying, and in fact she brought up the subject of gravity one day and said how ridiculous it is when you think about what I said about density, buoyancy, and people say, well, why don't things fall in horizontal or back up? And well, that's easily explained, isn't it? We live on a static plane. So there you go, a static plane. Water is never going to leave us, because it's contained in probably ice, but who knows yet. We're not allowed to go and find out. That's the thing, we're not allowed to. Oh yes, you are. No, you're not. You're not. If you just go. You go. Oh, unless you're related to the Queen, you won't get there, mate. You'll be shot at, and actually shot, most likely, and they don't care if you die or not. You're breaking the international law that makes that forbidden territory. So people say, well, you may have been there, but you couldn't just wander. You couldn't wander off anyway. Took enough Mars bars with you to last what? not very long. Anyway, you know the vastness of it, that there is no way that somebody would set off, even a party of people would perish, and they know that. So that's the best restriction there is. It's the climate out when you get out far away from the sun like that. And the less often you see it, because it's on the long way around. It's the outside edge. So you're going to see much less sunlight, and therefore it's going to be colder, and therefore nothing much grows, and therefore that you've got to take everything with you because there's nothing to use on the way. So you can't forage, or there's that's the mental image that you have, and you'll go round and round in circles and all that bollocks. But you actually, you'll never find your way out because, back to the other coast. Because we don't know what's out there, but it's certainly not a continent. So it's really good to just get one person, if you can just get one person to listen and be interested, and give them things that are that's the thing about it. You can tell anybody any fact about the flat Earth, and it is a fact, and it's undeniable. What we know about it is undeniable. So there may be other we used to all believe that the other explanation was the correct one, but when we actually found out it wasn't, then it was so, of course, oh yeah, because, oh yeah, like the vacuum of space could not actually exist. It's just utter bullshit. Yet we all, whatever. Just show me another film where there's those laser guns going zoom, 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 and I'll be happy. I'll think it's all there. Of course I will, because that's just a top up of the program. And you better make it better than the other one, though. Well, obviously everything is like that. Everything's fed to us through, not just Hollywood, but all the media. And we are just we're just sponges and soak it up and think this is this is reality being portrayed and told to us, and we don't miss a thing. But it's just, I would say that the vast majority, if not every bit of it, is nonsense. It's just wrong, and it's a religion. It's a belief system that it's almost like worshipping the BBC or I don't know, but I know not many people actually see it like that, like I do, but I think it's changing. I think more people are going, ignoring the television. The thing what you want to do is get rid of your television, get rid of it, throw it out. You don't want to be paying for that bullshit. You're actually paying for yourself to get fucked up the arse. Really, that's the way I look at it. And you don't want that. You don't want that in your life. No. So you're paying for your own brainwashing. So you'll do anything. You'll just do anything. And that's why you're doing it now. You watch telly now.